The death of a 71-year-old man in his sleep, for habits you should never have after 70. Habit 1. Ignoring sleep apnea or chronic snoring. The silent danger after 70 that can steal your life in the night. He went to bed like he always did, brushed his teeth, took a light walk around the house, and climbed into bed next to his wife. At 71, he was relatively healthy, still active, and enjoying retirement. But that night, he never woke up. No warning. No pain. Just gone. Later, doctors would say that he likely had untreated sleep apnea, a common but dangerous condition that quietly affects millions, especially men and women over the age of 60. He didn't know. He just thought he was a loud snorer. And that mistake may have cost him his life. In this video, we'll talk about why ignoring sleep apnea or chronic snoring after 70 is a habit that could lead to serious, even fatal, outcomes, and what you can do today to protect yourself or someone you love. What is sleep apnea, and why should you care after 70? Sleep apnea is a sleep disorder where breathing repeatedly stops and starts during the night. It often goes unnoticed, especially by the person who has it, but it's not harmless. It deprives your brain and body of oxygen, increases your blood pressure, stresses your heart, and disrupts deep sleep. There are two main types. Obstructive sleep apnea, OSA, the more common type, where throat muscles intermittently relax and block the airway. Central sleep apnea, less common, involving the brain's failure to send proper signals to muscles that control breathing. Why is this more dangerous after 70? As we age, our muscle tone, including throat and airway muscles, weakens. We're more likely to have other risk factors, heart disease, obesity, diabetes, or hypertension. Our bodies are less resilient to low oxygen levels and sleep disruption. Even if you've snored for years, what didn't hurt you in your 40s or 50s can be deadly in your 70s. Snoring isn't just annoying, it can be a red flag. We tend to laugh off snoring. It's become almost a sitcom joke, the loud husband or the grizzly bear wife. But chronic, loud snoring is one of the most common signs of sleep apnea. Other red flags include gasping or choking during sleep, waking up with a dry mouth or sore throat, frequent nighttime bathroom trips, morning headaches, feeling tired during the day, even after a full night of sleep, memory problems or mood changes. Important: not everyone with sleep apnea snores loudly. And not all snorers have sleep apnea. That's why testing is crucial. The link between sleep apnea and sudden death. This isn't scare talk, it's backed by research. Multiple studies have found that untreated sleep apnea increases your risk of sudden cardiac death, particularly at night, when oxygen levels drop dangerously low. Here's what happens in the body. Breathing stops, often dozens or even hundreds of times per night. Oxygen levels in the blood plummet. The brain triggers a stress response, waking you up, often without you realizing it. Blood pressure spikes, heart rate becomes irregular, and your heart works overtime. Over time, this stress weakens the heart, raises stroke risk, and contributes to fatal arrhythmias or heart attacks during sleep. In older adults, especially those with undiagnosed heart issues, the combination can be deadly. When should you get checked? If you're over 70, you should not wait for symptoms to become extreme. The signs of sleep apnea are often subtle and get ignored or mistaken for just getting older. You should talk to your doctor if you snore regularly or have been told you stop breathing in your sleep. You wake up feeling unrest or groggy. You take frequent naps or fall asleep easily during the day. You have high blood pressure or heart issues that seem hard to manage. Your partner reports strange breathing patterns at night. Your doctor may refer you to a sleep specialist for a sleep study, either done in a lab or at home using a portable device. It's painless, non-invasive, and can literally save your life. Treatment options: you have choices. The good news? Sleep apnea is highly treatable, and modern options are far more comfortable than the bulky machines of decades past. Most common treatment, CPAP, continuous positive airway pressure, delivers steady air through a mask to keep airways open. Today's CPAP machines are quiet, compact, and adjustable. May feel awkward at first, but many people adjust in a few days to weeks. Other options: BiPAP machines use different pressures for inhale/exhale. Oral appliances, custom mouthguards that reposition the jaw or tongue. Positional therapy, special pillows or wearable devices that help you sleep on your side. Weight loss, even a small reduction in weight can significantly improve symptoms. Surgery, rare cases only if other options fail and obstruction is severe. Working closely with a sleep specialist helps tailor the solution to your comfort, health status, and needs. Habit 2: the sedentary trap. How sitting too much after 70 puts your life at risk. The chair that's silently stealing years off your life. You wake up, have breakfast, and sit down to watch the news. A few hours later, it's lunch, and you move from the dining table to the couch for your favorite TV show. Maybe a nap follows. Before you know it, it's evening, and you've spent most of the day seated, without realizing just how dangerous that has become. This is the sedentary trap, one of the most common and overlooked habits harming people over 70. Many older adults feel that after decades of working, raising families, and staying busy, they've earned the right to relax. And they absolutely have. But when relaxation turns into extended sitting, day after day, it quietly sets off a chain reaction that can damage the heart, muscles, brain, and even shorten life expectancy. In this chapter, we'll break down why being sedentary is so much more harmful after 70, how it increases the risk of death, yes, even if you feel fine, and what simple changes can help you stay stronger, sharper, and healthier in your later years. Why is sitting so dangerous after 70? Everyone sits, that's normal. The problem arises when sitting becomes your dominant activity, especially for more than 6 to 8 hours a day. When you're young, your body can recover from periods of inactivity more easily. But after 70, the rules change. Muscle mass decreases faster. Metabolism slows down. Circulation weakens, especially in the legs. Bone density declines. Your body becomes more prone to clots, stiffness, and blood sugar spikes. All of this can lead to a vicious cycle. Sit too much, feel weaker, move less, lose more strength, feel more tired, sit more. This cycle is a silent health crisis, and for many older adults, it ends in disability, disease, or death. The risks: what sitting all day does to your body. Heart disease. Prolonged sitting leads to poor circulation and can increase cholesterol levels, raise blood pressure, and cause plaque to build up in your arteries, raising your risk for heart attacks or strokes. In fact, studies show that sitting more than 8 hours a day increases cardiovascular disease risk by up to 147%. Muscle loss and falls. After 70, you naturally lose muscle at a faster rate, a condition called sarcopenia. If you're sedentary, this process accelerates. Weak leg muscles mean poor balance, slower reflexes, and a higher risk of falls, the number one cause of injury-related death in people over 65. Blood clots. When you sit for long periods, blood pools in your legs. This raises your risk of deep vein thrombosis, DVT, clots that can travel to your lungs and be fatal. Type 2 diabetes. Long periods of inactivity reduce insulin sensitivity, making it harder for your body to control blood sugar levels. Even a few hours of sitting can cause glucose and insulin levels to spike. Signs you may be too sedentary. You spend most of your day in a recliner or on the couch. You feel stiff after sitting for 30+ minutes. You avoid stairs or feel winded after light activity. You nap frequently or feel sleepy during the day. Your balance feels shaky or uncertain. What you can do: small steps equals big results. Here's the good news: you don't have to go to a gym or run a marathon to reverse the effects of sitting. Try these simple changes. Set a timer, move every 30 minutes. Habit 3: the hidden dangers of overusing sleep aids and sedatives after 70. Why that little pill for sleep could be harming your brain, balance, and heart. He just wanted a good night's sleep. That's all. After turning 70, Harold found himself waking up more often at night. Some nights, he couldn't fall asleep at all. His doctor prescribed a mild sleep aid, and it worked, at first. But within a few months, he needed more. Then came daytime drowsiness, memory issues, and a scary fall in the bathroom. Harold didn't know that sleep medications and sedatives, especially after 70, can be risky and habit-forming, often causing more harm than good in the long run. In this section, we'll break down the truth about overusing sleep aids after 70, why they're so commonly used, why they can be dangerous, and most importantly, what safe, effective alternatives you can try for better sleep without the risks. The myth: it's just a small pill to help me sleep. Sleep disruptions are incredibly common with age. In fact, over 50% of adults over 65 report insomnia or poor sleep quality. The reasons are often physical, from chronic pain to bathroom trips, and emotional, like loneliness or anxiety. So it's no surprise that many older adults turn to pills. The problem? What starts as a harmless, short-term solution often becomes a long-term dependency. Here's what most people don't realize: sleep meds don't actually restore natural sleep. They sedate you, which is not the same. Over time, your body builds tolerance, meaning you need higher doses for the same effect. These drugs can stay in your system longer as you age, leading to next-day effects like confusion, drowsiness, and balance problems. And that's when the real risks begin. The risks: why sleep aids are especially dangerous after 70. Falls and fractures. Older adults taking sleep medications are significantly more likely to fall, especially at night. Your reaction time slows, and your muscles don't respond quickly to shifts in balance. One fall can lead to broken hips, long hospital stays, and permanent loss of independence. Memory loss and confusion. Many sleep medications, especially benzodiazepines, like Valium, Ativan, and Z-drugs, like Ambien, affect brain function. Long-term use has been linked to short-term memory loss. Disorientation. Increased risk of dementia. Breathing problems. Some sleep aids can slow your breathing, especially if you already have sleep apnea or other respiratory conditions, which is common after 70. This can lead to dangerously low oxygen levels at night. Next-day drowsiness. Even if you feel rested, many medications leave a hangover effect. This can make driving unsafe. Increase risk of accidents. Affect your mood, focus, and memory. Addiction and withdrawal. Even if a sleep aid is prescribed, prolonged use can lead to physical and psychological dependence. Stopping suddenly may cause rebound insomnia. Anxiety or agitation. Tremors or heart palpitations. Common sleep medications to be wary of. While these drugs may be prescribed or available over the counter, they're not recommended for long-term use after age 70, unless absolutely necessary and closely monitored by a doctor. Habit 4: ignoring regular check UPS and warning signs. The silent mistake that can turn a small issue into a life-threatening emergency. Frank was 72 and had always been one of the lucky ones. No major health issues. No medications. He felt good, walked daily, and figured, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. When he started feeling more tired than usual and noticed a bit of swelling in his ankles, he brushed it off as aging. A few months later, he passed away in his sleep from undiagnosed heart failure, a condition that could have been treated if caught earlier. His death was sudden, but not unpredictable. This is the hard truth. Too many people over 70 die not from aggressive diseases, but from small health problems that went unmonitored until it was too late. This chapter explores why skipping checkups and ignoring subtle warning signs is one of the most dangerous habits older adults can have, and how to prevent a tragedy with regular, proactive care. Why regular check-ups matter more after 70. Aging changes everything: how your body functions, how it reacts to stress, and how it heals. The body becomes less able to bounce back from what used to be minor issues. Regular medical visits aren't just about treating illness. They're about catching silent conditions early, like high blood pressure, prediabetes, or kidney dysfunction. Adjusting medications as your body changes. Preventing complications before they turn life-threatening. Monitoring cancer risks, vision, hearing, mobility, and cognitive function. Many life-threatening conditions are silent at first, and only a doctor's trained eye and routine tests can catch them in time. The silent killers that check-ups help detect. High blood pressure, the silent killer. You can have dangerously high blood pressure and feel completely normal. Left untreated, it can lead to heart failure, stroke, kidney disease, sudden cardiac death during sleep. A simple reading during a routine visit can flag the issue early. Heart disease. Chest pain is not always obvious. Symptoms may include mild shortness of breath, fatigue, swelling in the legs, a fluttering or slow heartbeat. Regular EKGs, blood tests, and physical exams can reveal early signs of heart trouble before it becomes fatal. Type 2 diabetes. Older adults can develop insulin resistance quietly. Symptoms like increased thirst, frequent urination, vision changes, can go unnoticed for months. Routine blood sugar tests can catch diabetes early and help prevent serious complications like nerve damage or stroke. Kidney decline. Kidney function naturally drops with age, but chronic kidney disease, CKD, often goes undiagnosed. Left untreated, it increases risk for heart disease, anemia, electrolyte imbalances. Routine blood and urine tests can reveal problems before symptoms start. Cancer. Many cancers, colon, prostate, breast, lung, have no symptoms early on. Regular screenings can dramatically increase survival rates by detecting tumors in early, more treatable stages. Subtle warning signs you should never ignore after 70. What feels like a minor symptom may actually be a warning light. After 70, even mild changes should be taken seriously. Here are red flags to watch for: sudden fatigue or weakness, weight loss without trying, changes in bowel or bladder habits, shortness of breath doing normal activities, new or worsening confusion or memory slips, chest discomfort, even if mild, swelling in legs or ankles, changes in balance, walking, or speech, persistent cough or hoarseness. If something feels off, don't wait. See your doctor. You know your body best, and small changes often come before big problems. I feel fine, so I don't need a doctor, the deadliest assumption. Many older adults avoid the doctor for understandable reasons. I don't want to hear bad news. Doctors just want to push pills. I've made it this far without help. I can't afford it. But this mindset can cost you your life. Feeling fine does not mean everything is fine. Many fatal conditions start quietly. And modern healthcare is much more focused now on prevention, not just prescriptions. Skipping checkups is like driving a car without checking the brakes. It might seem okay, until it's not. How often should you see a doctor after 70? This depends on your health status, but general guidelines include annual primary care checkup, vital signs, blood pressure, blood work, cholesterol, glucose, kidney function, etc. Medication review. Every 6 to 12 months, heart health check, EKG, cholesterol. Diabetes screening, blood sugar or A1C. Weight and nutrition check. Fall risk and mobility assessment. Final thoughts: stay ahead of what you can't see. Your 70s and beyond can be rich, active, and fulfilling, but only if your health keeps up. Don't wait for something to go wrong. When you take control of your checkups, you're not just adding years to your life, you're adding quality to those years. Conclusion to this video. The death of a 71-year-old man in his sleep, for habits you should never have after 70. Let's quickly recap the habits that cost far too many lives: ignoring sleep apnea or chronic snoring, living a sedentary life. It's never too late to break a habit, and it's never too early to start protecting your health.